my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday, but this is Sold Out, where we talk that sneaker talk. You know what it is, man. So definitely smash that like button as y'all come in and out. Sorry for starting later than usual. Not too late, but let's just say the kid had a very, very long day. But you know how I feel. The show must go on. So we're going to keep the party going real quick. Still only going to be on this joint for like an hour. That's usually kind of just my time max for this joint. So, in the meantime, though, if you haven't done so already, sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's free to sign up. Where, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it. Upcoming releases and all that. Y'all have seen the union talk that we've had today, which I still need to get caught up in the Discord, right? Okay, so pretty much we're anticipating the Jordan 1 Unions to drop tomorrow, and I'm talking the Jordan 1 Union Shadows. So I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on that as well, talking a little bit upcoming sneaker releases as well, and then to main night's topic, right? I got two that I really kind of want to discuss. I'm probably going to start with the 2 million Nike sneakers stolen off a train heist. Start there for the beginning of the live, and then the last bit of the live, I'll be talking a little bit of updates on the Trump tariffs, how it's affecting the shoe industry, not just Nike, but just sneakers in general. So I want to make sure that I cover all areas of this. But that main one that we've seen floating around, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the story broke yesterday, so we've seen it more and more develop. I've heard so many different numbers, but I guess it's a total of 2 million. But I'm assuming what kind of broke yesterday was like 400,000. So I have my thoughts on it, and I'm definitely going to cover that tonight. So y'all definitely, as y'all come in and out, definitely smash the like button. Really goes a long way, and sub up, right? Okay, so let me just touch the chat real quick, and then we'll just dive right into tonight's topics. And of course, we'll talk upcoming releases at the end of the live. So looks like Long Beach Joe Jets is in the building. Says salutes to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up? What up? Let's see. Looks like we got Slayer says, "What's up, sneaker familia," which is family in Spanish, and he has a sneaker emoji. And let's see. Long Beach says salutes to Polo. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you for always commenting and being active. So one thing's too, guys, when y'all know what really helps too. As I get through the live, you guys being active in the chat, that really means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it let me know you guys are engaged, and it kind of makes things just run smoothly. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you don't have to, if you just want to watch and just chill, that's cool as well. But anyway, man, let's just start off with the $2 million sneaker Nike heist. I got several different stories. I'm wondering if they're all going to cover the same thing. And I think it's saying, like, from what I got from a gist of it, I haven't really even looked over the story, but what I got from it is it seems like it's been from the string of like same people that we've seen catching these like train hits, right? Okay. Again, the cops, obviously they're getting closer and closer, but I don't think they found like the ringleader. But again, I haven't read the article yet. Also, this is like a message to Nike, dog. I get what they're trying to do to bring the hype back and limit it to sneakers, but what do you think people are going to do? And let me clarify where I think a lot of this hype stuff is coming from, right? Now, it kind of just hit me, right, as I'm talking. Y'all know there was a lot of, like, surge of resellers during 2020. I'm not going to say what was 2020. You should know if you haven't been living under a rock, especially if you're in the U.S. My thing is this, a surge of resale companies. Right? Everybody wanted to be a professional reseller. And I'm not picking on the guys that's hustling online, right? Even though they fall under this category, but I'm talking everybody wanted to have a physical storefront, right? A lot of those guys that are staying in business, I'm very curious as to how, with the way that everything wasn't been available since 2022 until now, we're back to that limited stock. So I know resellers are not mad, but let's put some stuff in perspective here. And I'm not saying it's them, but who do you think these people who are doing the heist for, why are they doing it? You know what I'm saying? They want to get as many as they can, get the bulk, get a deal. Think about it. If you're stealing the trains and this, that, and the third, that means technically you got them for free. Like, I'm going to put myself, if I'm the heist guy, right? If I'm the scammer, right? Let's put it like this. If I'm the guy scamming, breaking into the trains, then X, Y, Z, and don't get caught, that means I got it for free. But you know that a reseller is willing to pay XYZ for it. Let's just say, even if they like give you an extra 50 spot, you obviously not going to let the shoe go for nothing over retail. Or even if you let it go for retail, that means that shoe is not really worth that much in the first place. But I'm assuming they're trying to catch the heat stuff. So a rumor, these are the Nigel Sylvester joints, right? Which I got my thoughts on that as well, but I'll save that towards the end of the live. But reality is, let's say the shoe is averaging $300. A reseller is probably going to let it go for, what? $400, $450, right? Now, if I'm the heist guy doing the dirty work, then I'm getting it for free, but obviously he knows he's going to want, let's just say the shoe is $200, right? That means, obviously, I'm assuming they're going to want $200 a pop or more, right? And it could be give or take, but I would hope they wouldn't take anything less than that, right? So let's say they get a pair for themselves and their family, this, that, and the third. The rest, they already got certain, let's just say allegedly resale shops that they're going to sell these to. even if they sold them below retail, they get in the bag. But I assuming they're gonna do at least above retail slightly, and that's where the reseller comes into place, where they know where, for a fact, that's gonna limit stock with Nike. Now I'm tying this all together. Nike's been trying to do that, build a hype back by limiting sneaker releases, but then we get stuff like this happen. What is Nike gonna do to accommodate? Now I know. Let me clarify this. Nike them is not the police in them, so I don't expect them to do. I mean, they're doing the best they can investigation wise, but this is something the police is gonna really have to narrow down. You know. Let me see. Let me touch the chat real quick. Let's see. Slayer says, "Bruh, we doing train heists for shoes now. They've been doing it though, allegedly. They've been doing it, but yeah. So I mean, I think the people, right? Allegedly, the people I think that are doing it, they're probably not sneakerheads. And if they are, it's like, yeah, but they looking at the bigger picture. They get theirs for free, and then they take care of whoever is needed. Because think about this too. Over the past couple years, right? We can even say 3, but I'm gonna say 2 and be nice. Last couple years, how many major resellers have been caught, like receiving shoes illegally, like, or have been involved in some type of, like, remember the whole Zeta Kick situation? You know what I'm saying? Where basically homie was hooking them all up for retail because he had an inside connect. Then he had to pay all that money back and sell the stock he had to get the money. Who do you think his customers were? You know, because I didn't know who Zeta Kicks was. But obviously he was successful. The man was riding around super successful, but ended up getting kind of in the hole over living his lifestyle from what it looked like from the outside living in, allegedly. So yeah, it's a bigger picture is what I'm trying to get at, Slayer. Long Beach says, bruh, it's crazy. They've hit Nike so many times with these train heists. Yeah, and that's one of the articles I got up. So that's where it is averaging up to 2 million now at this point. This isn't their first rodeo. And some tell me they got a big team on board, you know, because I'm assuming they're catching some of these guys, but they're not catching all of them, you know. So people in survival mode, man. And they've been doing this since, like, you know, 2020 and stuff. But now is where you can look at, hey, people are still willing to take it out there, especially during times like this, because, again, I hate to tie this into this, but I was going to talk a little bit of the economy as well. Yeah, people are trying to survive. We're getting in survival mode out here, man. Things going up, but the pay seems to slowly be creeping up, if you can even say that. We've been seeing so many, you know, type of job situations because I'm an advocate person who have watched the news, right? So I always pay attention to see what's kind of going on. Like, I like to know about current events as much as possible. Let's see. Long Beach says, I remember when Nike Memphis got hit before for that Cherry 11 drop. Yep, exactly. I remember that as well. And I'm not saying all these guys are in some way, shape, or form involved, but I mean, I look at it like drug dealing per se, right? There's always a big honcho that they want but they want to catch. But to get to the big honcho, that's going to take some time, dog. Let's just be real. Because I think there's a major player. If I had to guess, there's a major player in this that's involved that's getting the little minions and do the dirty work. And even the big minion still got to report to the big boss. Like, that's kind of like your Pablo Escobar, right? Just for an example. But eventually, things do come to light. It just takes longer. Slayer says, sounds like a damn video game. It could be. You know, it could be. But let me share my screen real quick and get on the first article real quick, because y'all know I only plan to be on this joint for like an hour. I already been at the 20-minute mark. Just kind of getting into it. So I think I'm going to cover Foot News' side of things real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm going to share my screen. Boom. Should be sharing the screen right here. You guys let me know if visual and audio is okay, but I'm assuming with y'all responding and being active in the chat, that means y'all can hear me. So here we are real quick. It says 2 million in Nike sneakers have reportedly been stolen in 10 train heists in the last year. 10 in the last year. And y'all know I go live on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I'm assuming I probably, off the top of my head, I know I've covered at least 3 to 4 different ones. But I'm still missing some that obviously that flew under the radar, as in they got caught, but it just didn't make it to, you know, the sneaker news. Or maybe it did. Maybe I covered all of them, but a lot, right? Trains carrying valuable Nikes. Remember the Drake joints, right? Off mode. But we got the Memphis joint for the cherries. We got the Drake joints, the Nautica joints that people hit those up. You know what I'm saying? We got this. And those are just off the top of my head. But it says, trains carrying valuable Nikes have been targeted in a remote area in California and Arizona. Right? Okay. So you see they got the Nigels up here, which I'm just going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. I'm not impressed with these per se, but I do love that red. But again, we're going to keep the party going. It says last year, stolen pairs of them unreleased Air Jordan Legend Blues. Oh, wow. So there was Legend Blues stolen too. So it says last year, stolen pairs of them then unreleased Air Jordan 11 Legend Blues. So that means this happened to the Legend Blues. This happened to the Cherries. Happened to the Nautica joints. These are stuff that just we're talking off the top of our head. Worth more than $200,000 were recovered after allegedly being stolen from a train in California. The headline is just the tip of the iceberg of the heist. It says targeting Nike sneakers, according to the eye-opening Los Angeles Times story, connecting 10 tariffs over the last year. That's why they're probably calling it a heist. In fact, let me just look up the definition of a heist real quick, because something tells me I have a feeling of what this may or may not mean, but at the same time, I just want to get the definitions of what the heist is. I'm assuming, obviously, they're saying this has got to be, this is no longer like a coincidence that we keep catching these people. So obviously, this is where I think it may be a type of like ring type of thing. But according to Google, and I'll show you guys, it does pull up the movie, but it says a robbery. Let's see, a steal. That's pretty much what a heist is. So pretty much that's like saying stolen. But if I had to guess, it's still a little bit more to it, because when it's a heist, it means like as like pretty much a group or like some type of team is pretty much considered like on this. So let me share my screen on what the article is saying or what the actual definition is. So it says a crime in which valuable things are taken illegally and often violently from a place or person. A $2 million jury heist. So I guess it could be any price, but obviously I'm assuming once it gets into this level, it's like, all right, cool. This is where we put that type of word on it, if I had to guess. So there you go right there. Just wanted to get the definition on there to be kind of on the safe side. Long Beach says, damn, this is some GTA activities. I mean, the thing is, obviously, this is my thing. And I'm not saying they got a loyal group, but it's been going on for over a year. 10 heists, right? Think about this. I think there's a head honcho, right? As in like a big fish at the tip top, pause. But they keep catching the people that's doing the dirty work, because, this is my thing is probably, let's break down why resale is probably so expensive, right? Especially like with certain stores that's trying to keep the doors open. Let's say they got a connection. Like I got a certain store in mind, but I'm not going to mention their name. But let's just say they've been having issues on and off. I know it's only a matter of time before I cover their story about how that's come and gone. And I'm not going to say come and gone, but I'm going to say issues, right? I don't want nobody to be out of a job, and I'll leave it right there. But even if it is reselling sneakers, but I used to watch a lot of their stuff, right? And they used to be like, yo, we can't reveal our source, this, that, and the third, because I'm like, that means if you're 100% sure that your pairs are legit and 100, and you're trying to have a stock as though you're like Foot Locker in them, but have more in stock, So this is my thing. If you're that confident, where do you think they're possibly getting it from? I didn't say no store's name. I ain't saying nobody in general, but at the same time, you'll see the ones who slowly phase out. Now, we have seen some stores that got caught up in this type of situation with the people. Eventually they find out who it is. But with this situation, when you catch the guys, somebody got to do some talking, But if none of the guys ain't talking and they just willing to take the crime, then it will take it a little bit longer. Some people are really just about that life, and they really will just take the crime. They won't say anything. Devon says insiders. I agree. I completely agree. Definitely somebody has an inside source, and Nike Zim's got to do their own internal investigation. And let me clarify this. They may be doing one and we just don't know. But I mean, with Nike getting an internal investigation, now we have seen what happened with the one kid and their mom where she had to step down, and that's how we had got all this whole little CEO change, this, that, and the third. But some tells me the rabbit hole goes deep on that side too. You know, if we're gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Official Wild Boy SK in the building says, Yerp, what up, what up, what up? Devon says, only someone from within told them what train car it was. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Or, right, maybe the people that's helped Logan the cargo and they know this is Nike stuff, somebody who's, you know, the train operator or who helps load the cargo. That's how it goes. But then again, like I said, it's so many angles. And it's going to be tough to narrow it down. Divine Photo says, what up, Wild Boy? Let's see, where we at real quick? Let's see. According to the eye-opening lawsuit, we read that part. It says, the train burglaries not robberies because they haven't invoked confrontation. So this is the thing. It's not, basically, that's the difference between burglary versus not robbery, because it says because they haven't involved confrontation. Meaning, I'm assuming these guys, this is how you know it's got to be an inside job. Now, as a matter of fact, where, we don't know, right? We can guess Nike. We can guess maybe the people that got access to the trains, you know what I'm saying? Because even still, right? This is my thing. I'm assuming, again, this is where we can probably rule Nike out. I'm no investigator, no nothing, but this is why it's probably hard to go. If it is somebody at Nike, why it's going to be tough. Because at the end of the day, I'm assuming, right, that when they load these cargoes of trains out to ship the sneakers and stuff, I'm assuming, let's keep it 100. I would hope, right? And I don't know because I don't work for them, so a whole alleged opinionated base. I would hope they got a lock, more than one lock, on the damn cargo thing. Now, this is my thing. I know you're saying, well, that don't stop anything, Jay. They can just break the joint. But that could easily take time unless you know what you're doing. But who's to say that some people may have access to the key? Because this is my thing. Even if it is a Nike person, right? Cool, they got to get the key. Because my thing, like breaking that stuff, like not everybody can do that. But even still, I guess you just need like a little latch too. So this is why this is a tough one. Because I see what you guys are thinking, inside job from Nike. But then it could be an inside. It's definitely an inside job. I think it's just a matter of fact of where did the inside job come from, right? Because okay, cool. Let's say Nike people don't have access to the key. They, but somebody seen those shoes go in there. Now, whether they like officially opened the box, but I mean, and it's supposed to be legal to open up stuff because it's supposed to be being shipped to certain locations. But I mean, at the end of the day, when people know what it is, they know what us sneakerheads are willing to pay. Ironically, at work today, bars, there's a group of sneakerheads that kind of work indirectly with me, meaning we sit in the same area, we just do different jobs. We had that conversation today, not necessarily about, we just had a good sneaker conversation, you know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say, it's going to be hard to narrow it down. It says 10 train burglaries, not robberies, because they haven't involved confrontation, have yielded 9 successful hauls of value Nike sneakers, including nearly 2,000 pairs of Nigel Sylvester and Air Jordan 4 brick by brick. Now, I wasn't impressed with the shoe, but I mean, that's still going to add up. It says it's worth more than $440,000 recovered in January, Arizona. Okay, see, this is the thing. There you go right there. $440,000. That's where that number was coming from because everybody was posting that first. But that's just the Nigels. But they're doing they're adding it up all together overall. So this is going to be very interesting. But I will say this. That lets you know how limited the Nigels were going to be. Because I'd assume, I'm not saying there's not another shipment out there, but I mean, we was probably going to have some low numbers when we get the official numbers. Also, you got to keep in mind too, and I'm not hating on this, and I'm not mad, and I'm not saying don't do this in the Discord, but it also, you got to wonder, right? Like, when we get the official stock numbers, and I'm not mad, I'm not shooting where you guys got it from, but I always question this from day one. Who the hell did they get it from? That's got to be an inside job too. Because if certain places the places that post it, right? And I'm not saying you guys because you guys had to get it from somewhere. But where you got it from? So this is my thing. Those people, where the hell they get it from? how they get it from them if they don't work for Nike? You know what I'm saying? At that point, there's an inside right there. Hell, there may be more inside holes in this whole situation than we think. Like I said, again, this whole thing not only is alive, a legend, and opinionated base, but they'll let you know the rabbit hole can really go super deep, dog. Point blank period. Manny with the kicks. I see you, dog, in the building. Says, yep. What up, Manny? What up? What up? Says, police says thieves have targeted trains on the BNSF railroad or railway and the largest freight railroad in the U.S. and one of the routes that go back to 1849. Says sometimes having been tipped off from the collaborators at the warehouse and trucking companies, and other times nearly looking for containers with high security locks. So this is the thing. That's what I said. I know they got to have some type of crazy lock on it. So this is what I said. We can rule Nike out of this one, even though it still seems like it could be a play for everybody. But we can probably rule Nike out. But think about it. That means somebody gave them a tip. It's just a matter of who. And I said that all the way. Pause. So it says, let's see, tracking companies with either, like we're at real quick, it says, trucking companies and other, where we at? I left it, says, sometimes having been tipped off by the collaborators at the warehouse and trucking companies, and other times merely looking for containers with high security locks. The alleged criminals smashed the air brake hose to cause a train to stop. Then they would open the containers with reciprocating saws and bolt cutters, and then alert the fellow vehicle to arrive to retrieve the stolen goods. So they had a little thing. So this is my thing, because this is my thing where even if somebody at Nike gave them the tip, like this a train, this and the third, the locks always look like this, but I'm not giving you no damn key. Y'all do what y'all got to do. But there's something in it for them, right? If you think about it. It says the unphenomenal Air Jordan 11 was recovered later on from the back of a U-Haul truck. The sneakers from Sylvester's forthcoming collaboration, which releases next month, were also discovered later in a truck after tracking devices in some of the trucks helped lead police to the product. So they look like they have some type of tracking devices on them, which I'm going to assume it's probably deeper than AirTags. It's probably something that's super expensive. But, I mean, they got to have something on them. Because at the end of the day, like, Nike them, when it's stolen, Nike them is losing money. No matter how you slice it and dice it. They're still, this is the thing. Nike's losing money. And us, the regular guys who's just trying for them on a regular basis, we're getting screwed too, man. So, I mean, it's just like we get kicked in the you-know-what no matter what happens. It says, a purported ringleader was arrested last summer. So this is my thing. If he's the ringleader last summer, why are we still getting stuck? It's the saying is simple, dog, and don't get offended. I'll say it nicely for YouTube because I don't want it to come out the wrong way. This is living proof that even if you are the ringleader, one person don't stop no show. Especially when they got a team of guys. You know what I'm saying? I say that all the time, and certain people in my job are like, I'm going to quit. And I'm like, dog, they're just going to put somebody else in the place of you. So this ringleader just probably that got caught, this and the third, they just probably put the next guy in line and make them feel special and build them up, do this, right? And that person who was most likely they feel close enough that was underneath the original ringleader, where this person obviously have learned the way and probably learn some things to make it even better to go a little bit longer next time, you know? That's just my thought. I don't know any of this. It says a appropriated ringleader was arrested last summer, but this hasn't stopped the thefts from continuing. Police believe Felipe Harto Aberes Madeira, hopefully I'm saying that name correctly, but I'm pretty sure I just butchered that, had been involved in train thefts for more than 11 years. So, this is a veteran, right? Let's just keep it 100. And I'm not talking military. I'm just talking a veteran in this type of game. It says, prior to his arrest, 74 cases of stolen Nikes, 108 packs of socks, and 35 pairs of shoes worth $94,659 were recovered from a location he allegedly fled. So, homie actually went on the run because he's, hey, this is my thing, dog. If you know you finna sit down for a minute, do you really blame the person for taking off and going on a run? This case too, let's just keep it 100. To the best of my knowledge, it hasn't been reported that he's taken a life or did XYZ. Homie just stealing. So I mean, stealing, and depending on the value and also the value of it, it could easily be just as much as getting, a murder charge, dog. Case in point, when a person robbed a bank, they get hit. Like, when you get caught up, you're gonna get some serious time, especially if there was guns involved, this and the third. They make an example out of you, Murders may have even gotten less time, allegedly, That's how our country is kind of unique with these laws, right? But I say all that to say, like, even if you are in some way, shape, involved, they'll cut you a deal, but they could easily probably give you just as much time as the next guy, even if you just had knowledge of it and you were there and you didn't, like, case in point, it's no difference than saying, like, hey, we had 2 people go and rob the bank and 1 person's waiting in a car. That's 3 people. Even the driver is going to get hit with maybe not the max compared to the other guys, but they're still going to get some serious time. Remember the person that came out that kept saying they were legally blind thinking that was going to work? That person they didn't get a slap on the wrist either. I want to throw that out there. Me and my coworker years ago looked it up of what they got. I forgot what it was. But it says, deaths have also occurred while trains have continued to move slowly during the changing over in tracks. Train staff are told by their employee not to confront the thieves, but because trains can be so long and thefts occur without rising any alerts, that instruction often isn't necessary. The remote location of the thefts include the amount of time it takes the authorities to respond should they be notified. This is my thing. Somehow somebody got to be, like I said, there's definitely a mole and a snitch. But it's inside job for sure. But at the same time, to get this other information, somebody got to slowly be cracking. So this is why it's taking so long. And again, look at this. This is something that happened, in January, and we're just now getting it reported, yesterday? Even though it's kind of fast, but we're almost toward the end of February. Just keep that in the back of your mind as well. It says it's done fast. It's fast as lightning. Keith Lewis, vice president of the operations at CargoNet, a private company that provides supply chain theft intelligence to law enforcement, told the Arizona Republic in a story about the Air Jordan 5 heist. It says a lot of these areas you can get to other than with a helicopter. It says you can't even get to some of those rail tracks without off-road vehicles. So, inside job. This is my thing, because some of these trains, they run along like yes, train tracks cross over certain stuff that they will put like a railroad track crossing down because they don't want cars to cross and actually really get hit. Case in point, we notice, hate to bring this up, off mode but on mode. Remember Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, when he got caught up in his situation, a couple weeks ago or a month ago? What did his car get stuck between? Train tracks, you know what I'm saying? And a train was on his way coming. So whatever he did, or however he hit that mother trucker, it threw it off. So at the same time, they can be done, but this is the thing. Most of those places are super public, right? If you think about it, because if a car got to stop and you got the little railroad safety things down and they don't want you to cross over, then I don't think a thief is going to try to rob it right there in broad daylight. And even if it is lightning fast, people are going to be like, what the hell is going on? And I would probably think, hell, well, now that I know about this, I'd be like, maybe they're robbing the joint. But part of me be like, damn, they must work with the company and something must have went wrong. This is an emergency. You never know. But like this article said, these trains, they're getting to catch them like in the middle of nowhere, because they go and then they may have to stop and this and the third. Homies, this is so much of an inside job that they're pulling up with maybe an off-road vehicle, which safe to say that's like a nice sized truck, probably loading the joint up and getting the hell up out of Dodge. And then when Nike them is doing accountability, or whoever it is supposed to, like, hey, we were supposed to receive case to Nigel Sylvester's, right? say they said it was like 2,000 pairs. Now the store says like, hey, these are the people who don't get caught or it takes a minute. They either say, hey, we didn't receive the pairs in, or hey, we only got 100, man, and it wasn't. Well, I thought we had this number scheduled on there. Because think about it, it's inventory, dog. Whenever Nike them scanning is, they're gonna scan. Nike knows how many pairs is out there. They know how many pairs each store gets. That's just business. With getting money, you want to count everything. So if some come up short, you can be like, okay, cool. Well, this store got this. What the hell going on? What you got? You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to narrow it down. But if the store's not getting it like they're originally supposed to, then what do you think is gonna happen? You know what I mean? Just food for thought. Didn't mean to go that in depth with it, but definitely interesting to see this, and I'm not surprised. We will see, and looks like this one got caught up. So look like those Nigel Sylvesters, they're not gonna make it to whoever. And I'm gonna say this again, allegedly, whoever was supposed to buy the shoe. Right? I was gonna say certain things, but whoever the shoe was probably already had a deal with. That's coming up short. So the more and more these heists get caught, it's gonna either force that major resale company, right, to find other avenues into like getting the shoe. You know, we've been hearing over the years rumors and stuff that Nike them is a silent partner with GOAT, and or Travis has got a silent partnership with GOAT as well. Or how else will we be able to have? That's my thing too. A lot of red flags that get ignored that Nike about this situation. Nike, it's got to be something they can do where they can pull up on GOAT and Flight Club and be like, how the hell are y'all getting our product early? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know I heard the rumor said there's their silent partner. We don't know this because Nike's never come out to deny nor confirm, right? But it does make one question, right? I've even heard that, okay, cool. If Nike's not a silent partner, right? We'll roll it back. I've heard Foot Locker and them was a silent partner with GOAT and Flight Club. Again, I don't know. But see, this is a thing where the problem comes into play. Well, even if Foot Locker and them don't always get the hype-ish. And even if it is, it's only select locations, like out in Cali or out in NY if you're lucky. And even still, that's still like a hit or miss. So I say all that to say, like, they gotta be in connection with the head honcho, I would assume. You know what I mean? Because it can't be Foot Locker, because Foot Locker them not all the Foot Lockers get all the heat, you know? And even if they are getting them from the couple Foot Lockers that get every single thing no matter what, it's like, that's got to be more worth than what they're probably paying them, right? If I had to guess. But I don't know. But that's just my thoughts on that. So I'm going to get ready to transition on to the tariff situation real quick for the last like 15 minutes. Talk upcoming releases and then wrap this thing up here. But yeah, you guys definitely smash that like button as y'all come in and out. But that's just my thoughts on it, 2 cents. Not surprised to see this come at all. So I did want to give an update on Trump's tariffs, because again, this is affecting like not just everything, but I wanted to keep it sneaker related as well. I'm not going to read this whole entire article, but just enough to get the gist of it. I know this isn't talking about Nike them in particular, but I still wanted to cover it just to stay most current on it as I can. So this article is from February 26th. It says Trump's tariffs are a hot topic among shoe execs at Metcalf Millen, an industry that keeps pushing forward. So more than 850 brands exhibit at the biannual International Trade Show, which wrapped on Wednesday after the 3 days of Feria Rojo. So this is people like not necessarily Nike and them, but still people that obviously if it's gonna affect these guys, it's gonna affect Nike them too. And the reason I want to cover the tariffs, because when and or if all this stuff officially goes in effect, this is my thing. The Jordan brand and Nike them sneakers, they already don't went up already. You know what I'm saying? If they got to get other avenues to get their stuff here, who you think they're gonna? Yeah, Nike got it, but who you think finna pay for the increase that they have to pay? Right. So case in point, a Jordan that was 185 could easily be 205. You know, and that's the thing, right? And Nike's already showed us time and time again they're not afraid to like all of a sudden just raise their prices a little. It says, it was a business as usual at the 99th edition Metcalf and Mulan that week the industry waits to see what may happen given the recent politics uncertainty. More than 850 brands exhibit at the biannual International Trade Show, which wrapped on Wednesday after a 3 days, says Selena Ferretti, Chief Executive Officer of FALC Spa, which owns Natero, Flower Mountain, and other labels, says that it has been asked about the current state of the business in the U.S. because everybody knows with the new guy in office, and I'm not trying to keep talking politics. I'm really just trying to talk just the price side of things. Everybody already knows when anybody else got to pay more, it's all going to trickle down to us, right down from the little guy. If you're in the, I guess you can say I'm middle class, but then again, with the way things are, I may be below middle class, man, because the things have just went up. And then keep in mind, we've been getting a lot of hype. It's my thing too. I feel like Nike them should have made things readily more available where we ain't got to steal, because this is my thing. I guess that's not going to stop the people from stealing, because at that point, they're still going to, if they're getting it for free, they're still going to, even if that person get it for $50, that's a win for them. But again, don't see why Nike, and who's to say this won't happen in the future, why they won't ever file anything to take legal action against, like, hey, let's subpoena these guys, XYZ, that we know, like, hell, these people aren't supposed to get our product. And that's the thing. It's not that you can't resell the shoe, but I would often question where the hell you're getting the shoe. But I can see that coming. If Nike them is saying, they haven't confirmed nor denied, but I can only imagine, like, if they lock down on Zeta Kicks, you can count your days on the other people that they got questions for. They just, Nike them got a lot of lawsuits on at once, too. We got to keep that in mind. It says, I think that everyone is trying not to think about it yet, told Foot News, referring to Trump's stance on imposing more tariffs. Everyone has it in their back of their mind, and everyone is trying to sweep it under the rug until it becomes a big problem. But we need more clarity on what these potential tariffs mean for us going forward. Yeah, and this is my thing with the new guy in office, dog. I get it. They're going to do some things differently, try a lot of things, but I feel like every since they've been in office, and I don't care who you voted for, that's not what this is about, but homie's been very active each and every week, man. You can tell, I'll put it this way, I'm going to just say it nicely. You can tell they're very excited to get back to work. Point blank period. Like, it's one of those coworkers that they had to take a break. They come back, they dive right in. Every week, dog. Every week. It says the president of MedCam and agreed with Ferrari that more than clarity needs to be on what's happening when it comes to working with the U.S. It says, in the moment, we are a little bit afraid of Trump's tariffs because we don't know what's happening. It says perhaps our luxury footwear market will be okay because prices is not the issue there, but we need to have more chances to sell Italian shoes at the right price to the American people. So this is affecting the U.S., but it's also affecting other people outside of the U.S. as well. This tariff thing is going to be very, very interesting. And like I said, I see kind of both stances on it, but at the same time, I'm not really a politics guy, but at the same time, this is a different route to take to try to get them to, I guess, equal an opportunity across the board. As far as like, hey, you get stuff from us, we're going to charge more too. That, that's kind of where you can take a different approach, especially as the president, I would think. Let's see. Divine says, what up, Manny? Let's see. Men on the Kick says, Divine, what up, 100. Let's see where we are real quick. It says, until then, let's see. Chief Executive Officer of MedCam are preparing for September's show, which will mark the Footwear Trade Fair's 100th edition of the promises to be both a confirmation and a celebration of footwear event. It says, we are all aware of the importance of the 100th edition that awaits us and occasion celebrate the history of the extraordinary event. Indeed, we have new incentives in store that will guide us toward a new project to be unrevealed in the coming months, designed to enhance the identity and centrality of the event. Let's see. Manny says, UNC, let me reread. I get this. It says, Trump did more work in 2 months than Sleepy Joe in 4 years. I mean, this is my thing, dog, and I don't want to talk politics right here, right? But I'm going to question this, Manny. Is it really work if the stuff they're doing, they're effing up, and then you got to backtrack, right? And this is my thing, and I was just thinking about this with my own job, because we got projects coming up, right? But off mode, but on mode, right? What I'm trying to get at, my saying with this whole situation, they're making all the cuts, but they're not, and we just talking in general, they're making all the cuts and all these changes without doing the proper research and trying to find the best way to go about things. Me, I'm personally of a guy that, I believe in trial and error as well, but this involves not just, getting deals with the tariffs and this and the third, but this also can affect people's jobs, us as we survive as people. And everybody like to use the example of eggs, the cost of what eggs used to be to what they are now. Like, we can't even get scrambled eggs. And then so much so off mode, but on mode, Waffle House them have raised, like, if you get your meal come with eggs, it's coming up an extra couple dollars because they're paying extra, right? That's an example, right? So I say all that to say, like, I'm a firm believer in you want to measure, you want to take your time taking the proper measures and trying your very best to get it right as possible the first time, so you only have to cut once. You know what I'm saying? You take a whole bunch of cuts and keep putting holes in it, eventually we all gonna just, like, no pun intended, things could always go left. So that's my thing, take your time, you know what I'm saying? When I'm shooting a video, yeah, I'm kind of on the fly, I'm moving active, but I try to set time aside where, cool, if I can just lock in and do this and a third. Even with the emails they sent out over last weekend, then they said, hey, you got till Monday to notify or else. And then they backtracked, said, all right, we're going to give you a couple more days. Like, bro, I'm starting to think, and I could be wrong, but I'm starting to think a lot of these, and I'm going to get back on the main topic here, but I'm starting to think a lot of these, people are starting to slowly not pay the new administration any attention. You know what I mean? Because of how it is. It's my thing. Every week they're doing stuff, but they're not taking the proper measures, in my opinion. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Manny K says it's trial and error. This is my thing, Manny. That's cool with certain situations and scenarios, but you don't do that with people's lives where this is how they eat. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. You don't want to do that with how people eat. You know what I'm saying? I literally have seen people have called in or said stuff and they were like, yo, what's crazy is I got let go. Then next week I got a call saying, hey, it was an error. Come on back to work. This and the third. We ain't took you out of the system. And then just for them to get back to work to be like, hey, just in case, if you didn't know, it may happen again, but it wasn't properly planned. That's not cool, dog. Imagine working somewhere for years and somebody trying to give you an ultimatum to be like, hey, say what you do or else, to a person you never met and they haven't. This is my thing. Usually when that stuff happens, people at least do the legwork and see what's going on versus just like, oh, we don't know what this place do, but we're going to cut them out of, they're coming out of business regardless. So that's my whole thing with that too. Mankit says, definitely is trial and error stage. Yeah, but I just don't like how they're doing that with people's lives, dog. Livelihoods. I'll put it like that. Livelihoods is the word I'm using. Let me read through the rest of this real quick, and then we're going to talk upcoming sneaker releases and then wrap things up here for the night. Coming up on that hour mark, it says, as a trend seam on a TV show influences from the outdoor market everywhere, we have seen a lot of development in the outdoor meets comfort and easy shoe category. The styles have to be light and have to be comfortable, but also have a good look. And in several of our collections, we introduce shoes with more outdoor DNA. So pretty much, I'm going to leave it right there with this one because this is basically going into their pretty much what their show is about, this and the third. I only really wanted to focus on the pretty much tariff situation, which I think they've pretty much covered that part. Let's see, Devon says, Joe's still sleeping. Bro, Well, he's off. He's done what he's supposed to do. He's no longer, he's pretty much probably set for life, which he probably was already. And we're gonna see how this goes. Like, I can't imagine people not seeing the major changes that's been going on, man. And I'm gonna leave it right there. So let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases for like the last like 5 minutes, real quick. I also want to talk this. Where we got coming tomorrow is the fragments, right? And this is why I'm kind of cutting it a little early, but I'm still gonna hit that hour mark. The fragments, and let me put myself on the main screen real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom, right here. The fragment shadow joints that everybody is so excited about, dog. Me, right? I've been telling you guys, I've been on this like it's okay type of wave. I feel like this is where Nike brought that hype back, where people are trying to, this is like their like, to me, in my opinion, this is Union's kind of like last kind of hope. You know what I mean? And I don't want to sound like a hater or anything like that, but reality is, dog, their last few drops have not been the best, and to be honest, yes, the Jordan 1 Unions, the first batch, they were dope, where they did like that LA joint, and then there was like that one was dope, but it's the same concept here, but now it's like we're kind of used to it, and at the same time, I hear what you guys are saying in the Discord, shameless plug, where it's like, yo, yeah, you put long pants on, you can't see the joint, it's still a Chicago 1. But what do you think is going to happen? Then Nike's going to give us back to Chicago 1. Are you going to really wear these with that? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Just give me the Chicago 1s. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for collabs just as well as the next person. But let's just keep it 100. Union 2s, even though I have a pair, wasn't really it. They did the best 4s they did was that Off-Nor and Guava joint, right? Cool. And then they did the other 4s where, yeah, it sold out, but I wasn't impressed. You know what I'm saying? Their collabs have not been the best, right? Also, one we can easily forget about that Union did, right? The Passport collection for the Dunks. Anybody remember those? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Not their best either, right? And this is what I was trying to get at in Discord, right? It was okay. We can run it back again real quick. No shots to Kwame or nobody like that who actually got the joint, but let's run it back real quick. Remember they did the Union Cortezes. Anybody remember those? Exactly. My point is, right? This is kind of one of those, they're doing this, right? Okay, cool. We'll run it back one more time, right? Remember they did that Union Jordan 1 for his inspired for his wife with that little stitch on the joint. And then they did a bell-bottom version. Right? That, while the product may have moved, but it's not the type of what it was probably Nike them anticipated to do, this is kind of like a gimme joint. You know what I'm saying? So, at the same time, I say all that to say, in my opinion, and we can throw other collabs in there too, but we're talking Union right now, right? In my opinion, and I'm going to share my screen because I have them up on the screen real quick. In my opinion, these right here, they okay, but I'm not going to sit here and say like I'm super excited about them. In fact, I want to go for them, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, bro, like I really just had a Chicago. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got other things on my radar that I took an L on that I'm going to look at instead. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, you good. This ain't the Chicagos. You got because this is my thing. This is what I'm afraid happening, right? Look at this shoe, right? What you say you got the Shadow Jordan 1s. Check, right? And majority of us may or may not have the Jordan 1 Chicago. But you know eventually Nike gonna put it back out there, right? And we can count the lost and founds as like that, right? But cool. Well, you know, because y'all use that in the Discord, the lost and found for an example, right? Cool. So if you have the shadows, which I do, check, right? No flex or anything like that. But if you have the shadow Jordan 1s, check. And then you have the lost and found Jordan 1 Chicago, check. What do I need this for? The Union LA stitching on the thing that shows that it's a cut from another shoe that's combined? I don't want to sound like I'm a hater, but I'm just saying like, bro, like that's probably when I put it 2 and 2 together. And there's some people that do have just the last Air Jordan 1 Chicago, which I think was like roughly 15? Don't quote me on that. But it's been a minute. My thing is this, you know eventually they're gonna give us the Jordan 1 Chicago's again. You know they are. Like, how much you want to bet? You know, they're not gonna not make the shoe. And if they do that, right, they're gonna do that with a lot of shoes, and then what is all the prices are gonna go up. You know? At this point, this is a definition, and I'm not picking on anybody because I understand everybody has their reasoning for copying the shoe. Some people want it just to have a union. Some people just want to say, hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to pay resale for them. But then you got that vast majority of like that are hype beasts too, that are like, hey, this is something, you know what I'm saying? So many reasons that you probably want this shoe. So let me hit the chat real quick, but that's just my thoughts on it, 2 cents. And then I'll talk a little bit more upcoming releases, and then we'll wrap this thing up because we're coming right at that hour mark. Let's see. Long Beach Joe just said that's crazy. Man of the Kick says I want them for beaters. Okay. Like I said, everybody got their own reasoning. Devon says supposedly the union drop for tomorrow is supposed to be a raffle. There you go. Which, to be honest, that's what they might as well do. I'm fine with that, long as it's fair. I'm all for fairness. Hell, if it's a raffle, I'll try. But that whole first come, first serve, I'm not wasting my time. And to be honest, if I get them, I'm probably going to go ahead and flip them joints. Like, I'm going to keep it 100. And probably won't even be nothing to flip because that's just be how my luck goes. Where we at real quick. Mental Kick says, I peeped that Divine mad random. I mean, they might as well. Fuck it. You know, in my opinion. Devon says, remember the light smoke gray Jordan 1? I think so. And nobody's checking for those joints. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep it 100. So, again, I'm not mad at this. I'm just not impressed with this. Is what I keep telling you guys. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you can sell me on the shoe. To be honest, I don't even know. Like, I'm not even in the mode. Like, I'm gonna keep my eye on the Discord for notifications, but I'm not gonna be like taking breaks at work for these, John. If it's happened at the right time for me, sure. And that's how the game goes sometimes. You'll hit shoes that you really don't want sometimes, right? But that's how it goes. And also coming up in March, looks like we're supposed to have the Air Jordan 9 Cool Grays. My pair does not look as good as this anymore, so I will be selling my old pair eventually. What I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna, honestly, whenever I get ready to load the flu games up, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and load my Cool Gray 9s up, which I've been meaning to load the Cool Gray 9s up for a minute ago. So I have a feeling that I want to do wait kind of closer to release date, so I'll probably spread them out. I'll probably drop my flu games, my old flu games, the minute I know that my pair is secured, and then when I get closer to securing my pair for the Cool Gray 9s, then I'll do the same thing. Just a patience game. So we got the Cool Gray 9s coming up in March. Looking forward to that as well. Then we have right here rumored that there is an Air Jordan collaboration with Fragment design that is officially confirmed with Union, if I'm not mistaken. So Union's trying to make some big moves this year. I'm very curious to see the Fragment design though. And even looking at these right here, I'm still not impressed with the Storm Blue joint. You know, it's okay, but at the end of the day, it's a shoe that I often don't think about, if I'm going to be real. Let's see. Devon says, flu games, I'm on year 3, SB4 in March. I'm all for those. I'm going to try for all 3. I like to would have a navy blue SB4 just to try it out. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's a shoe where I'm not going to go on the resale market for and check it out. It's going to have to come, I ain't going to say come in my lap, but I'm going to try. But if I don't hit, I'm not going to cry. And then, because I just prefer the OG 4s, but I'm open to trying something new. I'm on year 3s. I want those for sure. And then flu games, I told you guys my plan on that one. So let me put myself back on the main screen, and we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here for the night. I've been on this joint at the hour and 4 minute mark. So, yeah, definitely been a long day for the kid as work just piles up on me. But, hey, the show must go on. I don't like to complain. So, appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Y'all definitely smash that like button. Sub to the channel if you're new. And if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. And what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls. And I know we got Music Monday, but I'll be back live again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. But until then, more content is on the way. Y'all definitely smash the like button, sub up, and sign up for that Sold Out Discord if you want to continue to be active, chatting with me throughout the days when I don't have content up and or I just aren't live. So other than that, man, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. why. A grace so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my